Hi everybody. In this lesson, I will talk about nested and inner class in Kotlin. Now start with the previous project and with the main function and package hello. So I will try to define some of the nested and inner class in some example. Let's start with a class named fruit. Inside the fruit, we have the private variable or private property. Watermelon is a string. And you can add a string in emoji and symbol, and you can add multiple string here. For example, you add the string for watermelon. Okay, and I also have the private variable for wrapper at green apple for some of the fruit. And then you can add more icon here. You can use emoji, multiple emoji here. You can add. Then we have a three private property, and inside this I define a class nested. A nested class. A nested class means that a class inside another class. After defining, I can define the class as a normal class by adding function inside this class. We have a say hello, and inside the say hello, I cannot access the property up here. You cannot access the property wrapper or the property of the outer class. Yes, remember that you cannot use this property. And what about I pronounce as it is a function inside a nested class. So inside the main function, I can call to this by create calling dot nested. Remember that you have not initialized the object. You do not have to initialize the object of it. You only call this nested, but you have to initialize nested and call say hello. Okay, and you have the function IAM function inside a nested class. Then what about this? I define the inner class. We have an inner class. Inner class means that this class is inside the fruit, and you can use this class can use some of the property of the outer class. For example, I have the function get apple emoji return to string, and inside this I can access a property of outer class, the property of green apple. Yes, inside the fruit. Okay, you can access this inside the inner using this property. So inner class means that you can access the property of the outer class. So let's start by creating a fruit object, and inside the fruit object I can access to the inner instance or inner object and call the get emoji apple emoji. So please return to the string. Yes, and run. Okay, and apple emoji is here and a function in the inner class. So the inner class has deeper access to the outer class than the nested class. And depending on your purpose, you can choose between nested or inner class. What about you can use this inner fruit you initialize using and dispatch to an object here, an inner fruit. And here I call the inner fruit. Then you can use this way and run. Okay, and apple emoji is apple icon here.